Hi, everybody, and welcome back. It's Thursday and December 19th, and you're probably well aware of that, especially considering since everyone is counting down the days, and there are only very few left until Christmas. Well, we've got a little Christmas theme in the program for you tonight. I was a bit taken back, I believe, as was everyone else in the audience, during a part of North McGoffin Elementary's Christmas program today, and I'll be showing you that part with a little more information to go along with it. It was a wonderful morning at one of our local elementary schools, one of a whole lot of Christmas programs, of course, which are going on around the area. So we'll talk about that. A Sagersville couple has their car stolen at a Paintsville business, recovered days later, used in a crime in between. I'll tell you what I know. We'll hear from her and just exactly how it happened, and maybe just a teaser or two just to let you know that we will be airing the Christmas parade on tomorrow night's show. I've got a forecast that's got a chance of thunderstorms for about 3 days in a row, starting late tomorrow night. Today was a little slow getting there, but we did see some sunshine and some 50s. Glad of it. We'll get to your weather forecast in more detail, a few other announcements, and the like before I leave you. Right now, we'll go to that story about a McGoffin County woman who tells me today that on a trip to Walmart to do some holiday shopping, she was also getting her car serviced in the back of the facility. An oil change, I believe it was, she says, and it was upon returning to get her vehicle to make the return trip home that she learned that someone else had taken her vehicle for her and used it in a crime and then ditched it in Johnson County sometime thereafter. Goldie Salyer, a deputy bailiff here in McGoffin County at the Justice Center, said that she and her husband Skip had gone to Walmart a few days ago to do some holiday shopping, had helped Skip in the front door, and then drove around back to check the vehicle in for an oil change. And after doing so, walked on inside. They shopped for an hour, hour and a half, and then after about a couple of hours, maybe even past, they realized they hadn't been called for over the intercom to pick up their car, which should have been ready. And after going back to the automotive section to investigate, the individual there said, well, it's still pending. But that not seeming right with the time that had passed by, they did a little asking, and then one of the employees says, well, we thought you had left and got tired of waiting. We saw someone get in the vehicle and just simply drive off as if they owned the car in a calm, orderly fashion.
I just assumed it was you all, maybe got tired and left, So from there, I started to cry, and I said, well, you got to be kidding me. My car is gone, and he said that, yeah, it's gone, and so then they immediately called for the law.
The Paintsville Police Department responded, opened up an investigation, immediately going back to review security footage, which Goldie says she didn't see personally, but was told showed very plainly an individual getting in her car, driving it around to the front of the store, and then doing something that may have surprised everyone.
Well, I didn't really see the video now. So it was the next morning, the law came and took information, and then they went to view the tape. And then the next morning, Greg Sayer, the manager, and then the policeman that did the investigation, they called and said they watched it, and they seen them pull out from behind the building. They went to the front parking lot. They got out of the car. They came in and shoplifted, and then they left again. And they told us that they was almost positive they knew who it was. So then that night, about between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, they called us. They said they had found the car, said it was in Johnson County, and it was on Johns Creek. And said that it appeared to be that it was okay. The keys was in the ignition, and they checked, and the wheelchair was in the trunk. And I had a code in it, and other than that, it was. But I want to commend the Walmart, Greg Sayer. I mean, he has really been wonderful during this. He's been kind, and the policeman at the Paintsville Department, I mean, they really did a good job in finding it. They immediately went to work on it, and they found it.
And Goldie says Sayer returned it himself to her yesterday, just as it was when she had parked it behind the store. The only thing missing, though, after the interview, she did reveal to me, and she's not quite for certain, may have dropped off, may have not, but a little ironic that the only thing that she could see different or missing was her little guardian angel that was attached to her keychain. Whether or not it fell off, or the thief, seeing that maybe the wheelchair, maybe something else in the car, developed a conscience for just a brief moment in time and decided to leave the car as was, well, we don't know, but we may know it sometime, pending an arrest. And as Salyer said, immediately upon viewing that video, Paintsville Police Department officers said they recognized the individual, or at least had a good idea as to the identity of that individual. However, a couple of calls today were unsuccessful in obtaining any information from the Paintsville Police Department about an arrest or an imminent arrest or any type of warrant that may have been issued. So we'll hope to have a follow-up and see if there is an arrest that takes place sometime in the near future, should it happen. With that said, a word or two from some of our sponsors. As always, be sure and let them know that you're watching, and I'll be right back.
It's so new it doesn't even have a name, but it does have an amazing taste all its own. 4 pancakes, butter, syrup, plus your choice of any of our dozens of DQ toppings with a little whipped cream on top, and of course some of our world-famous DQ soft serve. And you can add bacon, sausage, or even a little country ham for a full-blown breakfast treat. So sink your taste buds into a quarter or even half-pound grill burger fixed exactly like you like it. And you want to know the best part? James says you can have either one for breakfast as early as you want, but only at your Sagersville DQ. Game time means wing time at Lee's, and that means it's time for you to try our new buffalo wings. I can't tell you our secret, but I can tell you they're marinated and then rolled in our famous, albeit a little spicy, crispy chicken batter and served up with any of our 7 delectable sauces. So get your hands on a meal or a box today at your Sagersville Lee's famous recipe, where no one does chicken like we do chicken.
This is John at Premier Motor Sales in Paintsville, Kentucky. We appreciate y'all shopping with us. And if you're in the market for a used vehicle, we carry all sorts of different kinds of makes and models. For example, here I have a 2009 Chevy Malibu LT. I also have a 2010 Toyota Corolla S. It's no problem to find you what you're looking for. Give us a call at 297-4121 in Paintsville, Kentucky.
Hi, I'm Don McFarland. I want to be your family lawyer. If you've been injured on the job, if you're interested in getting your Social Security disability or SSI benefits, or if you've been injured because of someone else's negligence, or basically, if a car wreck has caused you to suffer pain, then pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne. 349-9000.
From time and money saving services like their overdraft protection, telephone and online banking services, to finding the right home, college, or car loan, to personalized checking and savings accounts designed around your exact needs, Sagersville National Bank is still your best choice and the same locally owned and operated bank that's been looking out for your family's financial health since 1902. Sagersville National, restoring the piggy bank population one savings at a time. As we remember while we honor the season and get ready to embrace a bright new year, we'd like to take just a moment to wish you and all those you know and love the merriest of Christmases and happiest of New Years. From your home away from home for short-term rehabilitation or long-term nursing needs, all with a standard of excellence and a tradition of caring. Merry Christmas from Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation.
A very special story for you, an entertaining one, but even more special coming up in just a few moments. I have been putting in some midnight oil for the past couple of days, and every time I think I have it finished, I go back and I polish it up just a bit more. I've quit. It's ready, and it will air tomorrow evening.
I've got it all in there, every face, every float, and you're going to enjoy the whole show. It'll show in its entirety tomorrow, and just to give you a heads up, I'm running off about 50 copies that will be up for sale, and you can, of course, you probably already know the contact information by heart, but if you want to get your hands on one, give us a call, send us a message, and I'll, of course, post all that information as we do every show at the end of tomorrow night's parade in case you want to get your hand on a copy before they're gone. Look for Christmas Parade 2013, our Sagersville Hometown Christmas, tomorrow, and only on Your News Today. Our top Christmas story for tonight is forthcoming. For now, here's tonight's calendar brought to you by your local Farm Bureau agent, Doug Green at McGoffin Farm Bureau. The McGoffin County Board of Education meets in regular session. The meeting time tonight, 7 p.m. We'll have a camera there and a report for you forthcoming. I'll say Monday due to the airing of the Christmas parade on tomorrow night's show. And the McGoffin County Fiscal Court has a special session meeting set for in the morning at 8:30. Same schedule applies. This meeting is a special session, as was the earlier regular monthly meeting earlier this week, was postponed and reset for tomorrow morning at 8:30. Items on the agenda, talking about the bonding for blacktopping in the amount of $3 million. Also a payment for a bond on blacktop, discussing roads and veterans and extension board members, and an unmined coal tax settlement. That's all tomorrow morning at 8:30. And the Big Half Mountain Church invites you to their Christmas program this Sunday at 5. This is your special invitation for everyone. And as always, we've got an invitation standing for you to use our community calendar for these birthday and other special announcements. Simply mail them in at P.O. Box 1443 in Sagersville. Phone them in at 3699. Fax them at 3221. Your News Today at yahoo.com is the email, and I'm on Facebook like everybody else at Ritter Mortimer. With that said, here are tonight's funeral services, a service provided by our friends at the McGoffin County Funeral Home. With a reminder that you can always find out more about services when the news is not on by logging on to McGoffinCountyFuneralHome.com. We're told that Versa Conley Rigsby Bergen, 96, of Mine Fork, passed away on Wednesday's date, preceded in death by her parents Zed and Estel Conley and husbands Ossie Rigsby and Jack Bergen. Visitation is this evening at the McGoffin County Funeral Home and prior to services in the chapel tomorrow morning at 11. Burial will follow thereafter at the Zed Conley Cemetery at Mine Fork. Once again in honor of 96-year-old Versie Conley Rigsby Bergen of Mine Fork in McGoffin County. Make sure you come on in right now and find out more about the biggest Christmas savings of all at Red's Boot Barn in Sagersville. For a limited time, all Red Wings, buy one pair, get another pair half off. Buy any pair of Ariats, get another pair half off. In fact, you know what? Buy absolutely anything in the entire store, men's, women's, work and western boots, Miss Me jeans, fine leathers by Scully, clothing by Carhartt, Ariat, Outback, and more. It's all buy one, get one half off. Only for a limited time at Red's in Sagersville.
Whoa! Head over to Home Furniture to lighten my load and get a great deal.
Bundle packages are here. Purchase TVs, receive your choice of a Blu-ray, DVD, Xbox 360, or Wii game system. Purchase a mattress set, get a free sheet set and mattress pad. Purchase an adult recliner, receive a free kids recliner. Financing for 36 months, 0% interest to qualified buyers. Home Furniture, Highlands Plaza, Prestonsburg.
At the end of every race, Mark Martin hangs up his driving gloves. He hangs up his fire suit. And he hangs up his helmet. Which is why he picks up his phone and opens the ER Extra app. The app shows ER Extra wait times, locations, and more. It's the one safeguard Mark Martin is never without. ER Extra at Paul B. Hall Regional Medical Center. Extra fast, extra easy, extra great.
2014 Terexes are in with a newly redesigned 800cc power plant and a new 2-seat configuration. And the XP1000 is on the ground. 107 horsepower and a world-class suspension, plus Polaris financing as low as 2.99%, 5.99 for up to 72 months. But it's only good till the end of the year at Conley's Kawasaki and Polaris of Paintsville. It's one of those rare places where once inside you can cross off everything on your Christmas to-do and gift lists. In fact, there's just not another place like Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville. All the unique holiday designs and decor, all the beautiful ornaments, wreaths, and trees, and right now, it's all 30% off. That's right, everything Christmas is at least 30% off with new clearance items added every day, marked off at least 50%. And find them on Facebook right now for a special deal of the day, every day, all the way through Christmas. And don't forget the gifts, everything UK, new bangle bracelets by Bourbon and bow ties, and even custom gift baskets, big or small, filled with anything or everything in the store. Merry Christmas from Fraser's Prater Drugs Seasonal Shop.
Howdy, Hatfield. I reckon I'll take my pig back. Ain't your pig.
Yeah, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is, and I can prove it. Ma, I just sent a picture of our missing pig. Tell everybody it's time to start feuding.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I guess ain't gonna be no feud. Real nice picture, though.
We'll put it on Instagram.
Appalachian Wireless's 4G. Great pictures, video, text, and talk. Bigger savings, better service. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
So I'm at North McGoffin Elementary earlier today for Andrew's Christmas play. And to be honest, I think I and everyone else in the gymnasium were caught off guard and taken back by one of the performances. Not just because of the touching ending as a father participated with his son, but because I think it's a strong reminder of what and who we should be thinking of and thanking at Christmas. Before camouflage and Christmas lights started, I was already being taken back to something that South McGoffin Elementary Principal Mark Rice said on last night's show.
You know, Ritt, in today's society, you know, they're trying to take the Bible out of the schools and teaching things. And here at South McGoffin, we've worked really hard, and we hope we some way get that across to the kids that, you know, there's a Jesus out there and that they hold it in their hearts. It's not all about getting presents, but, you know, it's about the reason for the season and being with family and friends and rejoicing and for our good Savior in this world.
And all that was really true with me this morning, perhaps maybe more than ever, as this, and I know other school programs were ongoing in and around the area today and this week, all centered around, in large part, the birth of Jesus and the story of Joseph and Mary, and how we are all so fortunate and very, very blessed that our schools are able to and are instilling and encouraging our kids to take heart in one of the most basic and most important fundamental lessons of life, and that's the true meaning of Christmas. And that they're going on to help see that our kids grow up with the background and education that they'll need to go on and make wise decisions for themselves one day that will hopefully steer them toward a life that we all as parents envision for them the very first time we take them into our arms and hearts. On that note, camouflage and Christmas lights is a fine example of not necessarily teaching our kids, but maybe our kids teaching us who and what we should have in our hearts at Christmas. So without further ado, I give you the following. Here's Minerva Arnott's, Micah LeMasters, and Cindy Collins' 5th grade North McGoffin Elementary classes with a portion of their Duck the Halls Duck Dynasty themed Christmas program this morning, with Miss Collins herself singing Camouflage and Christmas Lights.
Oh, Christmas will be coming soon, and some credit those are such a big women. For being able to celebrate this joyous time of year, let's try in small ways to pay bit what we owe. Make people stop and think of our heroes living dead and sacrificing themselves for us. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Soldier of the Christmas Story, written by Marine Station Oklahoma, Japan.
Was the night before Christmas, he lived all alone in a one-bedroom house made of plaster and stone.
I had come down the chimney with presents to give, and to see just who in this home did live.
I looked all about, strange sight and see, no tinsel, no presents, not even a tree, no stocking by the mantle, just sweets from the sand.
On the wall hung pictures of far distant lands, with medals and badges of wars of all kinds. A sober thought came into my mind, for this house was different, it was dark and dreary. I found me home, a soldier.
Once I could see clearly, the soldier lay sleeping, silent and alone, curled up on the floor in his one-bedroom home.
The face was so gentle, the room was such a border, not my picture.
Was this the hero whom I just wrote, curled up on a painter, for a bed, I realized the
that I saw this night, hope of their lives for these soldiers who were willing to fight.
Soon around the world, the children would play, grown-ups would celebrate for our Christmas Day. They all enjoy freedom each month of the year because of the soldiers like the one right here.
Couldn't have wondered how many were alone. On a cold Christmas Eve and on that far from home. The very thought brought a tear to my eye. I dropped to my knees and started to cry.
The soldier awakened, and I heard her voice, centered on cloud, this life is my choice. The soldier rolled over, drifted to sleep, and I couldn't control it, I continued to breathe.
I Kept watch for hours, so silent and still, and we both shivered through the cold night's chill. I didn't want to leave on that cold dark night. This guardian of honor so glad to fight.
The soldier rolled up with a voice soft and purr, whispered, Santa, carry on, it's Christmas Day. Oh, secure, one night after watch, and everything was right. Merry Christmas, my friend, and to all a good night.
It's a holiday, but it sure don't feel that way. Don't think Jesus meant for it to be like this. Paper star on a plastic tree, cotton snow and a manger scene. Doing the best he can to make it feel like home. Turkey dinner on plates, Sergeant bows his head to pray. Boombox playing silent night, camouflage and Christmas lights. Sammy's up on a hill by now, bundled up and sliding down, catching snowflakes on the edge of their tongues. Standing up at the top will be the prettiest girl he's ever seen, whispering a quiet prayer for everyone. Paper star on a plastic tree, cotton snow and a manger scene, doing the best he can to make it feel like home. Turkey dinner on paper plates, Sergeant bows his head to pray. Boombox playing silent night, camouflage and Christmas lights. Some say he's a hero, but he's just a dad, trying to protect the most precious thing he has. Someday he'll be home again, and his world will be right. For tonight, paper star on a plastic tree, cotton snow and a manger scene, doing the best he can to make it feel like home. Turkey dinner on paper plates, Sergeant bows his head to pray. Boombox playing silent night, camouflage and Christmas lights. Thank God it's a silent night, camouflage and Christmas lights.
And as you can well imagine, there was a standing ovation that quickly ensued and followed. Not just for Greg Sager and his son Hunter, who got to participate there together in the end, I'm sure. That video, as a parent, I didn't know it was something that was going to be on the news this evening, because traditionally you can't show the whole Christmas program, and it's hard to show just a little, but that needed to be shown, and it was a wonderful performance. We wish to congratulate them all on a job well done, and the play program from start to finish, it was just excellent, and it's a wonderful thing to be able to do those things here in our little part of the world. I hope we can always say that. With that said, I've got one last order of business before I leave you tonight, and then see you again with the Christmas Parade of 2013. That's your Licking Valley RECC forecast, which has therein your Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve look ahead. What's it going to be on Christmas? It's not going to be white, but it's not going to be wet either. We'll slowly build to it. Tonight, I'll see a low of 43 degrees. We hit right at 59, and I'm going to just call it 60 out there today, because it was so close, and it probably was in some particular part of the viewing area, just 59 and maybe a tenth here at the newsroom. That followed a morning low of 23, so we warmed up nicely, and tonight is going to be much more comfortable and mild. 43 for your nighttime low, partly cloudy skies. Southwest wind 6 to 9 miles per hour, but nothing to really fret about. But tomorrow does signal change. We'll see a 30% chance of showers, I think, mainly afternoon. We're going to see mostly cloudy skies, and we're going to see around 61 for a daytime high. Winds are also going to be noticeable. South-southwesterly still from 10 to 15 miles per hour, and gusts upwards of 20 to 25 at times. So it's going to be breezy during the onset of what's going to be some showers that are going to finally move in and stick around for a while. Friday night, a 40% chance of showers, and with that 40 to 50% chance, you can factor in the possibility of some thunderstorms Friday night, and ditto for your Saturday. Even though warmer air will continue to build, still have a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms, cloudy skies. Check out the high, 67 and 59 on your weekend. It's going to be warm, but wet and windy and perhaps stormy at times. The latter half of your weekend has showers, possibly thunderstorms before 11. Things will start to calm down, maybe a few lingering showers thereafter. And you might see maybe a decent end of the weekend with temperatures in the 65-degree range. And things might start to calm for the last half of Sunday and the last half of your weekend, so to speak, or the last quarter of your weekend, technically. A low back down at about 38 degrees will fall with those showers once again possible. Early Sunday, not so much into Sunday night, but still a threat thereof. No severe weather associated with it at that time. And then we get into next week, and the countdown is on. Monday, partly sunny, 42, a low in the 20s, and here's your Christmas Eve forecast as it stands right now. We're calling it for 37 degrees and 16 for your low. It's going to feel wintry. It's not going to be white, but it's not going to be wet either. Mostly clear skies will continue during the overnight. Santa should have clear flying ahead. For 45, Christmas Day, a low of 22 under sunny skies, and clear skies continuing that night. Well, there it is. It's not a white forecast, but like I said now for the third time, it's not a wet one, and it's a keeper, all in all. With that said, tomorrow night, have I mentioned that we're going to be airing the Christmas play tomorrow? Well, we'll see you for that special presentation when I see you back here next time for more of Your News Today. As always, thank you for watching, and Merry Christmas. They'll both cherish, but for